Hello everyone! I am Teacher Tony and I welcome you to another video lesson from Casio Education Philippines. For this video, we will explore the remainder theorem and factor theorem using our Casio ES Plus calculators. To assist us, be reminded of the following buttons that we will use as the session go on. Mode 1 gives us the default mode, which is the ordinary computation mode. Calc button helps us calculate the given expression at a certain value of the variable. This button is the main button that we will use in evaluating algebraic expressions that is used in remainder theorem and factor theorem. Close parenthesis button gives us the variable x. Note that to activate the variable x, we need to press first the alpha button. The remainder theorem can be a handy shortcut to use when you are simply asked for the remainder when a certain polynomial is being divided by another binomial. The remainder theorem states that if the polynomial p of x is divided by the binomial x minus c, the remainder r is a constant and is equal to p at c. Let us now consider this first example to illustrate how to use the remainder theorem and our Casio ES Plus calculator. What is the remainder when the polynomial x to the fourth minus x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 6 is divided by the binomial x plus 3. This means that we need to substitute x is equal to negative 3 in the given polynomial. Using our Casio ES Plus, we need to input the algebraic expression. Doing so, press the following buttons in succession. Alpha, close parenthesis to activate the x variable, exponent button, then 4, since the exponent of the first term is 4. Arrow right, minus, activate again the variable x by pressing alpha and close parenthesis, and then to have the exponent 3, press shift and then the square button, minus 7 alpha, close parenthesis to have x again, and then the square button to have 7x squared, minus alpha and then close parenthesis, and lastly plus 6. To evaluate this expression, press calculate and then you are told to input the value of x, which is negative 3. Pressing equals, the calculator shows 54. Therefore, when you divide x to the fourth minus x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 6 by the binomial x plus 3, the remainder is 54. For our next example, let us consider this problem. If the polynomial 2x cubed plus 3x squared minus 3x minus 2 is divided by the binomial 2x plus 1, what will be the remainder? Again, in this problem, we are asked for the remainder. Therefore, we can use the remainder theorem. Doing so, input in our Casio ES Plus calculator our algebraic expression by pressing the following buttons. 2, alpha, close parenthesis for the x variable, immediately followed by shift and then the square button to have the exponent 3, plus 3 alpha, close parenthesis, followed immediately by the square button to have the exponent of 2, minus 3 alpha, close parenthesis, to have 3x, and then lastly minus 2. To get the remainder, press calculate, and then press or enter the value of variable x, which is negative 1/2 or negative 0.5. Doing so, we have negative 0.5. Pressing equals, we have the value of the remainder as 0. This time, let us have the factor theorem. Factor theorem is actually the extension of the remainder theorem, but this time, focusing of having a remainder of 0. The factor theorem tells us that the polynomial p of x has the binomial x minus c as a factor if and only if p at c is equal to 0. This means that when the remainder is 0, your binomial divisor is a factor of the given polynomial. To appreciate how to use the factor theorem, let us consider this first example. Use the factor theorem to determine if the binomial x minus 2 is a factor of the polynomial x to the fourth plus 4x cubed minus x squared minus 16x minus 12. To do so, enter the algebraic expression in our Casio ES Plus calculator. Press the following buttons: alpha, close parenthesis to have the variable x, followed immediately by the exponent button, and then 4 to have the exponent 4, arrow right, plus 4, alpha, close parenthesis to have the variable x again, followed immediately by shift, and then square button to have the exponent of 3, minus, alpha, close parenthesis, and then the square button to have the x squared, and then minus 16 alpha close parenthesis to have 16x, and lastly minus 12. To get the remainder, when we substitute positive 2, press calculate and enter the value of x, which is 2. Pressing equals, we have the remainder of 0. This means that the binomial x minus 2 is a factor of the polynomial x to the fourth plus 4x cubed minus x squared minus 16x minus 12. And for our last example, let us consider this one. Determine if the binomial x plus 3 is a factor of the polynomial x to the fourth minus x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 6. Doing so, we need to input the algebraic expression in our Casio ES Plus calculator. Press the following button: alpha, close parenthesis to have the variable x, followed immediately by the exponent button, and then 4 to have the exponent of 4, arrow right, minus, alpha, close parenthesis, and then shift, and then square button to have the exponent of 3, minus 7 alpha, close parenthesis, followed immediately by the square button to have 7x squared, and then minus alpha, close parenthesis to have the x, and the last term, which is plus 6. To get the remainder, press calculate and then enter the value of x, which is negative 3. Pressing equals, we have a remainder of 54. Since the remainder is 54 and not equal to 0, therefore, the binomial x plus 3 is not a factor of the polynomial x to the fourth minus x cubed minus 7x squared minus x plus 6 is equal to 0. Do you now know how to use the remainder theorem and factor theorem? I do hope so. This wraps up our lesson for today. See you again in our next videos. Bye!